how to invest wisely. The first answer to that is how not to invest like a fool. In this video, I want to tell you a story of a family I knew. A family that lost all of their invested money in the stock market during the 2008-2009 economic crash due to this one foolish move. In 2009, at the height of global economic recession, stock market plunged 40%. The husband were invested in stock market using margin. Now he has this margin call, which means that because of his shareholdings drop, he needs to repay the money he borrowed from the stockbrokers because his stocks holding isn't enough of a collateral needed for the amount he borrowed from the stockbrokers. Now, this is about how to invest wisely, but before that, you need to know this as a reminder not to invest foolishly. And borrowing money to invest in stock market is the number one way that could kill you. Now, in this story, to make the matters worse, husband lost his high-paying job. Wife is still sustaining but not earning as high or as much as the husband. They had to sell their bungalows and move to a rented apartment, downsize other things as well, like pulling their children out from international school, no more fancy club membership or eating out, and to the extent of they need to terminate the domestic maid service. So overnight, their lifestyle and social circle vanish. Now, as a side note, you don't laugh because it could happen to the first sons of Genting's founder Lim Gotong, where these first sons of Lim Gotong, where he died a bankrupt due to owing 200 over million of debt owed to its stockbrokers when the stock market dropped. Now, when it can happen to people, to tycoons like that, then it could happen to you if you are not careful. To really know how to invest your money wisely, you must also understand that loss is often a bigger motivator than gain. For example, psychology studies have shown that the pain experienced by losing 10% of an investment is actually twice as painful as compared to gaining. The excitement of gaining 10%. The magnitude is the same, but the magnitude of the feeling is actually different. So you see that the loss, the pain of seeing a loss is actually double of the excitement, of the happiness of gain, even though logically the magnitude of the percentage is the same. So when people lose their future, their plans and their dreams, it can be very, very crippling. Yes, there are others who are in a much worse situation than what is described in this husband and wife story here. Now the point is, the pain of losing your entire social circle and lifestyle overnight is very, very devastating. Because I've seen so many people in my job as a financial advisor who are only focused, these people are only focused on upgrading, their lifestyle, upgrading like how to do better, to invest money, especially in the stock market, upgrade their knowledge to invest their money, make more money in the stock market. But they never really focusing or never really thought of how to avoid doing foolish things in the stock market, especially when emotions cloud your judgment, when emotions clouds all things that are logical. Now, borrowing money to buy stocks, aka margin trading, is perhaps the number one way foolish thing you can ever do. There's a dark side to money that a lot of people don't talk about. It's one thing to focus on the money gained from investment, but sometimes in life, things can go wrong. Just ask your parents. I bet they have seen some shit in their lifetime, like layoffs, deaths in the family, and all that stuff. Now, I know it's more relevant to talk about going all out and maximize your effort on how to invest your money. especially in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, when it's easy to assume that there's always an upward trajectory year after year in the stock market. But what people don't know and don't want to admit is that one major downside will wipe off many years of upside in your stock market investment if you play the dangerous game of borrowing money to invest. Here's the fact. One of the factors that leads people to live a relatively pressure and worry-free life is that they plan for things before they happen. They plan for the predictable and they also plan for the unpredictable too. In short, don't be naive. Investment don't always go up and life doesn't always go great. Prepare for bad things that might happen at some point. Once you've got your basic financial system set up, force yourself to think about managing huge financial risks where the possibility of happening is, yes, maybe very small, but the impact would be very disastrous to the extent of turning your life upside down. Okay, to wrap this up, here's 2 tips. The number 1 tip on how to invest your money wisely is to start to build up a 6 to 12 months of emergency fund in the form of fixed or cash deposits, and please get sufficient health insurance before you even start investing. And the number 2 tip on how to invest wisely, especially if you are in retirement or approaching retirement, is to invest in your own well-being. As cliche as it may sound, but the fact is the longer you live, the longer you can live healthily, the longer you can get to enjoy the fruits of your investment. Make it a priority to see friends and family frequently. I remember reading an absolutely amazing research from UCLA where it states that a strong social network has a big of an impact of your health, more than these vices, other vices like smoking and things like that. So even cigarette smoking or your cholesterol level have less of an impact compared to the emotional fulfillment and the psychology, the good positive impact of having a good, very good social and support network in the form of family and friends. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give this video a like and let me know if you have borrowed money before to invest in the stock market. Lastly, hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell so you get notified every time when you upload lessons like this. I'm Seth Liu. Stay strong and stay tuned for the next how to invest lessons.